Now to the latest in Iran. Moments ago, President Trump said, quote, "I had a feeling that Iran would attack first," saying that is why he ultimately took action. The president also posted on social media that Iran now wants to negotiate, but he says it's too late. On Capitol Hill, there is bipartisan division over the administration's actions. Natalie Brand has more from the White House.
Fresh explosions rocked Tehran with hundreds of fighter jets in the skies over Iran's capital city, as the U.S. and Israel warned the heaviest strikes are yet to come.
The next phase will be even more punishing on Iran than it is right now.
President Trump, in a social media post Tuesday morning, said Iran's air defense, Air Force, Navy, and leadership is gone. They want to talk. I said too late.
The objectives of this operation are to destroy their ballistic missile capability and make sure they can't rebuild it, and make sure that they can't hide behind that to have a nuclear program.
The Trump administration, in its War Powers Resolution notification to Congress, said despite its repeated efforts to achieve a diplomatic solution, the threat to the U.S., allies, and partners became untenable.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio argued there was an imminent threat because the U.S. knew there was going to be Israeli action that would trigger retaliation by Iran.
We knew that there was going to be an Israeli action. We knew that that would precipitate an attack against American forces. And we knew that if we didn't preemptively go after them before they launched those attacks, we would suffer higher casualties and perhaps even higher those killed. And then we would all be here answering questions about why we knew that and didn't act.
Secretary Rubio returns to Capitol Hill today to brief all members of Congress, a day after meeting with the Gang of Eight, who emerged from the briefing divided.
This was a defensive measure, a defensive operation.
There was no imminent threat to the United States of America.
Democrats plan to force a War Powers Resolution vote this week to try and limit further military action, but most Republicans have expressed support for the administration's actions in Iran. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
The markets took a deep dive in early trading, reacting to this conflict. You see a live look at the numbers right now, down close to 700 points at times.